Hello everybody and welcome to this introduction tutorial for Shapr3D, in which I'm going to show you how we can take a sketch with a rectangle 16 by 16 inches, create a cube 16 by 16 by 16 inches, and then, like a production line, create different configurations and design studies of this box bench. You can see the support is at the bottom, the support is at the top, the support of the whole seating surface is much wider. And then at the end, I will show you also how we can take one design and modify it so that the seating surface is slightly rotated to help people when they sit to simply have a better posture. And then at the end, we throw everything into the visu, add actually some OSB material on it, and a nice flagged wool for the cushion. Yeah, with all that said, let's do it. We will start with an empty scene. Again, let's make sure inches are selected and all our snap targets are turned on. Go to top view, go to sketch, rectangle, click at the center, and then drag this one out 16 by 16 inches. Click and escape. We don't want the rectangle to move around, so this origin should be locked. We also don't want this to rotate or change the sizes, so we specify this to be 16 inches. These two lines we can specify being equal. Now this is a square, and I only want these lines to be horizontal and vertical. So I only select one edge, add the horizontal vertical constraint. Because this is a square, all internal edges are 90-degree. So if we make one line horizontal, all the other lines will be perpendicular. Nope, I mean vertical and horizontal. Okay, let's exit the sketch. Go into 3D view. There we are. So we will create a 16 by 16 by 16 box. So I can type in 16 inches, press enter, and there we are. Beautiful. To visualize actually this process of iterative design, so where we make configurations and evaluate each additional step, also compare with previous steps, I'm going to select this box and simply move this to the side. Let's turn on the sketch so we can see it. Now, this is now our first box we created. I double click an edge to select the whole body, go copy, and move this over another 20 inches. Now, I want to do a very quick study how this could look when I have a board top and two sides. So I select, as you can see, the front, bottom, and back surface, and then select the shell command. We can slide this to play with the look. Let's say 1 inch and a quarter. Beautiful. Okay. One thing you will see through this exercise is actually how I'm building in various steps the design. I block things out very coarsely and then step by step add all the details. At the end, you will see we created everything just from one rectangular sketch. So when I would build this in the woodshop, I want to have a nice flat top surface to sit on, and then under it, I mount the sideboards. Currently, this is all one piece. So let's double click, make copy, and move this over 20 inches. And now I will show you how we can separate actually these sidewalls from the top. Select the whole piece. Then go to more, split body, and we select the under surface where we sit. There. Click done. And you see now that this actually disconnected the whole piece. That's pretty awesome. That's like we built one piece and we took a knife and just cut it apart. Here's one little cleanup step we have to do. I select one face, of this top piece, go isolate, look at below these two edges, and then I press delete. I don't want these edges. Very good. And in the meantime, now our history is capturing everything we do. So if we go to shell and, for example, say 1 inch or 2 inches, you see how from there, everything else is being updated automatically. That's so beautiful. Okay. Very nice. Okay. Now, if we put this together and somebody sits on it and somebody kicks at the bottom, chances are very high that this piece will rotate and the whole piece will fall apart. So I will select everything, click, drag left to right, copy, and have another copy at 20 inches. I now would like to look into how I can make supports. Hence also this is super easy to do. Double click the left or the right side, doesn't matter which one. Click copy. Then we rotate this one 90 degrees. Okay, we want this not to be so high. Let's actually go down to 4 inches. And I would like to align kind of like this edge, shift click to this edge. And look at that, there's an align command. It's kind of like move, but essentially it puts the piece right into the corner. Now we can rotate elements around. We can snap them to endpoints, midpoints, and I just keep this centered. Perfect. So this is kind of like how the thing could look at the bottom. Let's go to a front view, left click to the right, copy, 20 inches. And now I will select this piece, shift click this upper edge and say align again. Now you see I moved this one up. Pretty cool. Here again, this is so fun to watch. If we go to shell, say 2 inches, bonk, everything updates perfectly. This, for example, is very helpful when you meet with a client and you talk about different designs. And everything here right now is just a very basic box stool. The same is actually for a more complicated product design or a more intricate interior space design. With the history, we can have instant access to change and drive changes of multiple objects. With time, you will learn more how to use it perfectly. Okay, so this is actually pretty cool. Now, let's go to the front view. Select all this. Copy and go over. Very good. And what I will do now is I will click from the left to the right, press tab till I only have faces. So you see now I have all the faces here selected. Then go to move command. See, 2 cubes to the grid. Block, 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 block. There, 10 inches. Now we actually made this whole bench 10 inches wider. It looks actually pretty cool. Yeah. At this point, we can see that this piece intersects with that, but there's no hole really cut out. Let's do that. Double click, shift, double click, shift, double click. Make sure the body is really selected and then go to subtract. Plus is the piece we want to remove from. These are our targets. This minus is our tool. We want to keep the tool, so don't throw this away. There we are. You can see if I select this and move it down, there's a cutout. So I don't draw where the cut is. I simply create the cut via this volume calculation. Let's do this one more time. Let's go to practice. And one last time. Actually, quick question. That goes to there. What about this one we move to there? Well, This one didn't actually work. So what did I try to figure out? Couldn't I just have moved this one to there earlier? So then I made a copy of this piece. So I did work a little bit not so clean. So I make a delete of this. So you see I have this as my last stage. And I did this mistake on purpose to show you that sometimes we have to reorganize our design, go back, change a few things, but in this way, we actually always make sure we have a very cleanly designed file. That's going to be very, very useful. And you see now here, the cuts are done. I don't have to do this manually again. Hey, again, I forgot to show. Go to there, type into flop. See, even the cuts actually update because the engine from the beginning, or from top to down, updates everything. Perfect. Beautiful. So now we want from this actually to create a new copy, and I would like to rotate this face along this axis. So you click the face, click this line, and look at that. And that's it. Zuck and zuck. Move this up 5 degrees too. And I'm rotating the face. That means you see this face remains vertical. I'm not rotating the object. I'm just rotating the face. But then we have this gap here. How can I make these faces place flush with the piece up there? Well, we have a command for that. So when you select faces and you want to fold them over another target face, it's called replace face. Sometimes the software is a little bit confused with the target. You see, this is the target, so I need to click on this. These are the elements I want to move. Click done. There. Isn't that beautiful? Super easy. Let's create the upholstery on top. We can save a little bit of work. Let me just make a copy of this. Put this right on top. Then let's go ahead. And we want things to be nice and comfortable. We're going to select these vertical edges, and then we will round them a little bit. Well, let's say 1/2 inch. That's okay. Then we can select this one, type in 1/4 inch. The second fillet should always be smaller than the first fillet or rounding, so you get these nice, beautiful rounded corners there. And let's go to a side view and then click and drag. Oh, see, I'm still sometimes confused left to right to left. It's actually left to right. No, actually right to left, but I have to do this on the inside. Select only edges because I only want these horizontal edges. Here we only see one line, but they're actually 2 lines, 2 edges because of the wooden piece and the upholstery piece. And then 0.1, make a small rounding. There, beautiful. That's nice. The other edges here we don't round because honestly in woodworking I want that to be nice and flush. Beautiful. So we're nearly done. So let's go ahead and go to visualization. This is the main material. We can click it, change, go to wood, wood, not metal. I need new glasses. Scroll down till we see OSB. We can play with the scale. Like this. Again, the roughness, is this more rough or more polished now in terms of highlights? So, and then the upholstery part, we double click to make sure we select all the faces of it. Then go change, materials. Let's go fabric. And here is the wool. There we are. Now we can change the material a little bit. Make it match, make it orange, make it blue. or make it white or gray, however you would like to do it. I will lower the glossiness by increasing the roughness a little bit. There. Let's go to environment. Set up a nice backdrop again. Maybe play with the color here a little bit. So just the white background looks kind of boring. A little bit of a tiny tint. Okay. Double click the fleckered wool. I would like to give this a different material so it fits better in. It look kind of misplaced. There. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, that's kind of like it. I hope through this very quick exercise, you saw kind of like how out of a very simplistic shape, a rectangle, you can build actually quite intricate designs and variations simply by making use of Shapr3D's amazing solid modeling tools, which is one of the main reasons why I use it among many others in the professional field for quick ideation of design ideas. And that's it.